Fantastic.
So now we're just waiting to. Yep, so we got some games started.
Fantastic.
Do we want to have a look at the top table?
Yeah, I think Aurora and Jesterhead would be a fun one.
Let's do it. So I'm in. They haven't started yet. We're just getting underway, so that's good.
Perfect. And I'm in as well. Letting Cook the Metropolis Scammer. Brobnar Distant Star Alliance. I've got to say, I'm super impressed that Brobnar Worlds Collide deck is 3-0. That's great. Credit to the pilot and probably to the deck, I'm sure. That is awesome. You love to see it. And then Roar with Aquaxel the Monk Hacker. That is fun. That is Dis, Logos, and Star Alliance with Orb of Wonder and Lateral Shift. There is the... That is exactly the kind of anomaly nonsense I want to see in this tournament. So thank you, Lady Aurora, for bringing nonsense.
Oh, I'll tell you what would be a good thing is if
awesome.
I did that so that everybody can see it. And then I'll need to fix my camera in this seat as well.
Let's see, Arctic Express says, what do you guys recommend new players to play on TCO for the first time, or is that ideal? Only local. Arctic, I would say TCO's good, but I would say nasty first play here. Oh Lord, ow. I would say play on TCO, but like over voice chat on Discord with somebody, so they can walk you through, just any of the peculiarities of playing it online, and so you can practice with them, do takebacks if you want to. Sanctimonious Discord is a great place to find people to do that as well. Plenty of great people. So Aurora opened with Lateral Shift and then used that to play their opponent's Val Jericho and then played their Orb of Wonder, their own Orb of Wonder, because nice. Val Jericho was then in the center of the battle line, so they could play an off-house card.
Nice.
It was disgusting. Beautiful.
It's
like,
I
don't know if it was disgusting or beautiful, but it was extreme. Either way, it was extreme.
All of those.
A Jester with... Jester with a Brobnar board. The old Boomy's already dead. As Aurora goes Twin Bolt to mission. Armors Master, Navigator Ali. Dropping a Stunner and a Cloaking Dongle onto that Val Jericho. Stunning Gravel Guts. Oh, man. I want to call the game over, but emotionally I feel like it is. Because that was just the nastiest possible start. That was the nastiest possible start I have ever seen in Keyforge. Lord. String Touch. Creeping Oblivion. There's only 2 cards in Aurora's discard pile, so yeah, purging the Lateral Shift and the Twin Bolt emission. Man, I am reeling, and I'm not even playing in this game.
I think yourself lucky that it's not you on the other side.
Aurora going Star Alliance.
If I was to add anything to the advice for new players, just create a game in the beginner category and just say that you're a new player. Generally, if you do that, people are quite patient, and there's lots of nice people who will walk you through the UI. It's not too difficult to pick up, but yeah, that would be my advice.
Oh, not at all. It starts to make sense. If you've been around computers in your life at all, then it makes sense pretty easily. Aurora with a Zap, taking out Gravel Guts, playing Twin Bolt emission. Zap and Twin Bolt emission in the same turn because of Val Jericho. Wow, yep. Arms Master Molina Garcia. I got up to 9, so a pretty good check count there. Probably will forge that key unless there's something drastic going on. With the Frayne, Commander Chan coming out of stealth mode, so Aurora will forge for 6. One of her Amber was captured. She's picking Star Alliance again. Comm Officer Kirby. Officer Kirby to then even out the Val Jericho battle line. Has Aurora played anything except Star Alliance?
They have now.
Well, calling House of Star Alliance.
Yes.
I think she has called
No, I don't
Star
think
Alliance
so.
for her house. Goodness.
This is, as you say, quite disgusting.
Yeah. Now I see why Aurora was able to finish her round 2 game before our little node issue.
Yes.
She
Yes.
is. She will at least get to check for the second key. Turn 4.
And doesn't have
All
an Eddie
because
in her deck, so that's a win for me.
yeah, no Eddie. Speeding through the deck with the Val Jericho, just accelerating it even faster is just panic. Training touch to take out the Val Jericho. There it is. There it is. This game is now halfway to a fair game, while Aurora is about a key and a half ahead.
It's just the fact that it's not even in her deck, and it's like, yeah, I'll have that, thanks. That makes my deck infinitely more strong.
Right. Oh, and as expected, she's playing it efficiently and just. So she's got the amber for the last 2 keys, barring any amber control, which I'm sure we'll see some of. But so that's check. 12 amber, 6. Looking at Jester's amber control here. There's a barn raising that's not going to do anything. Let's see. Some rot gubs we've already seen at least one of. A Frayne. Okay, not a lot of amber control. There's a Sensor Chief Garcia.
Yep.
Who we haven't seen yet. Okay, so there's some options to slow Aurora down here.
But will they come in time?
The question. Especially if they're having to take a Brobnar turn, even if this is a great 3-0 Brobnar deck. Brobnar not known for its speed and getting amber control out fast. So Aurora forging the blue key here, already on check at the very start of her turn. She's got 5 creatures out, including Kirby, Crash Muldoon, and Sensor Chief Garcia.
So could really just reap with them all, and there's not a whole lot that Jester could do about that, I don't think.
I'm not seeing any big amber control.
Ooh,
and then Collar of Subordination onto that Frayne to remove amber control. I think it's less about taking that amber, capturing an amber from Jester head, and more just removing any possibility of amber control.
Yeah, for sure.
Depending on how Jester does this turn, this could be done inside of 8 minutes. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, maybe this is how the last one went, and that's why it was so quick.
Well, there's a well-timed barn raising. I'm not sure that's going to be enough, because that's going to get 4 amber off the table, just down to 8. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Soft spot for barn raising for the podcast. I'm playing a deck 150 times and charting my journey, and it has a barn. It's a Worlds Collide deck with Brobnar and barn raising. So
there you go.
But a lot of practice knowing what my amber control needs, which Mr. Head got that off. Of course, got some of that amber control off, but Aurora was already well past what she needed for the 3rd key.
Yeah, and that is the game inside 10 minutes.
Yes. Yeah, that was bonkers.
Brutal.
Yeah, brutal. Absolutely brutal start there.
So let's go and have a look at one of the other top table-ish games. We've got Audra Noel and Mike Fooney.
Excellent. United Archons. Oh yeah, clicking that attachment link, so easy.
Nice. Should have thought about that earlier.
Easy peasy. All right, I get only one key each. I like this. I already saw a full game.
Yeah,
The
no,
Lord
no
Invidious
10-minute game here.
Purge. Great. Noel, yes, with the double hologramophone, putting their creatures, twin bolt to mission to take out Modern Battling Bibliophile.
It's another double Eddie deck.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, double Eddie and
Eddies.
interdimensional graft.
Yes, and a Desania. So you could even
Wow.
you could there's a lot of fun you could do there. You could hit other Eddies, could rake up their key cost with Eddie, and then kill them off in interdimensional graft. There's some real fun you could have. Double tribute 6 Semper. Yes. Yeah. Favor of Rex. Ooh, this is fun. This is fun.
Yeah, this is always a fun thing about watching other games for me, is that I've just noticed a bug in that Audra Noel's name should be highlighted in yellow because he's the tournament winner, but for some reason it still says white. If he chats, it probably works, but it's not doing it in the such and such uses such and such.
Yeah.
I shall raise that as a bug right now before I forget.
Audra Noel. Testing. They sent the in there to see if things are working. They might have some issues on their end there.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I was just confirming the fact that it does show his chat colors when he actually chats.
I see. So Audra Noel on check for that second key. So Mike, on behalf of the United Archons, has some space to make up here. Raider Galeem to pump that key cost up and tributing onto it. 6 Semper just removes the Amber from Flaxia and removes or no Amber, but just removes that ward. So guess they didn't see fit to keep it, as they're already through one tribute, so they do have another tribute somewhere.
And Jupiter's saying that this is an in-house deck in the in UA. They seem to be getting
fantastic. I like it.
They seem to like it a lot.
It's got some fun tricks. It take a lot of practice because it take a lot of practice, but that's The Obsidian Forge is another out you have that. Oh man, yeah, it's great. So the reigning champ with a couple twin bolts. Oh, just a twin bolt. It just has several entries in the chat box, and then an Eddie, and then hologramophone to ward, said Eddie. So there's a good board position there. Key cost up to 7 for Mike. Excuse me. Mike's got one of their Eddies purged. Playing Tau Vapors, drawing and archiving. Lovely card, Tau Vapors. Thorium Plasmate. That ward off of Feathered Shaman. Watching Audra Noel's deck with the double hologramophones. It's fun to just have everything warded.
For sure.
And then deck with the Jar Goggle, the mystery card under the Jar Goggle.
Mystery card.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Yeah, well, the difficult thing about Jar Goggle is all of the out of sequence stuff that it generates. So you can have cards that you would not normally expect to be played at the time they get played. So yeah, that's what makes it a bit tricky to implement.
Yeah, that's very true.
It exposes bugs, put it that way. If a card's not been written properly, then Jar Goggle will expose it, as will Mimic Gel.
Oh, that makes sense, especially with Jar Goggle triggering off of Strange Gizmo and that sort of thing.
Yes.
The deck I'm playing 150 times has Jar Goggle and Strange Gizmo, and so it is get to have some fun with that every once in a while. Audra Noel with dropping a Buzzle out, purge their own Feathered Shaman to fight Raider Galeem, take them off the board. purged Flaxia, but just removed the ward token. And they're calling that a misplay on their part.
Ah, that's what they...
So,
I was trying to figure out what was the misplay, but I didn't see the ward.
Yeah. The Buzzle just stays exhausted. And a bunch of stuff was not finished with you. Logos from each house, actually. Logos Dis and Untamed. Of the United Archons. Still just a Jargoggle out. Audra Noel is at check. 9 amber, 6 key cost. So Mike's certainly not out of this yet, especially because we know this deck has tricks. So we'll see what they do. Picking up his archives.
Quite close to going through his deck as well, so hopefully he's got something in there that he wants to see.
Zoom. The Harbinger of Doom. String Touch. Yeah, take out the Flaxia. The Ward of Eddie. Gleeful Mayhem. Gleeful Mayhem. He blew up everything with the Harbinger of Doom interdimensional graft. Lovely interdimensional graft move.
Nice.
So Audra Noel gives Mike 3 amber there. So Mike has 10 amber, key cost 6. Chains.
As you said earlier, the Eddie or key cost increasing and then getting rid of the key cost increasing to play the interdimensional graft is quite a tricksy one.
Yeah, indeed. Nice Untamed turn from Audra Noel here. Inca the Spider, Mab the Mad, Ghost Hawk, Flaxia. Flaxia getting that 2 amber, so Audra Noel 3 amber out of the 6 needed to get to check. Mike will forge at 6. Mike will forge at 6 here.
Only needs another 2 to get to check.
Having any amber control, but Audra Noel just went through 4 cards, so maybe they've drawn into something. And we'll see what direction Mike goes to try to get across the finish line before Audra Noel does here.
He's thinking carefully about his house choice and decides on Saurian.
Tribute onto Buzzle.
Does it look like playing the tribute just for the amber?
Yeah, it looks like he didn't actually take any. That was just, it looks like that was simply Mike's way to get to check.
Yep.
He ended up getting used for amber there. Infernus purging, interdimensional grafting, Zoom, all of the toys getting, these power cards getting purged.
Yeah, double
amber
tribute
hit
gone
here.
away.
That's a big move. Yeah, especially when they're about to flip, and then Evil Eye. Yeah, my goodness.
Not a bad way to come back. Here comes another Eddie.
Mike responding with Eddie and Guardian. Audra Noel in a good spot here. Those cards purged. Good board. They are going Logos. Excuse me. Code Monkey. Oh, Code Monkey for Infernuses is just, oof. That's good.
Nice.
Getting Amber, the Infernuses come back out. That's more guaranteed. There's plenty in Audra Noel's deck to hit that I'm sure they'd be fine hitting, like Not Finished With You and the Fittest and Twin Bolt Mission, Wild Wormhole. A couple of things they could hit there. So Code Monkey, Warding, Inca, and Titan Guardian. I love having Inca warded so you can actually get that poison to work. That was fun. And Mike is in a tough spot here. Mike does have Dasanya, which hasn't been purged, and I don't think was in the discard pile. It could be, but if I'm remembering correctly, it wasn't. So one would hope He's got Desania in hand, which would really be, well, it's not on check. So if Mike's got Desania, that could start to turn this around.
Let's see which house he goes for. Thinking about it again.
Dis, okay.
Like this.
Perhaps there's the unfortunate situation of maybe Desania's in the archives.
Yes,
could be in the
be.
drop pile. I may have missed it in the discard pile earlier.
I didn't see it either, but then I wasn't especially looking for it before the draw pile got shuffled.
Mike playing Lilithal, Obsidian Forge, Gleeful Mayhem. I believe I did that. I'm just not sure what Mike is referring to, unless there was really a better choice in hand. I have had a misplay. I'm reading that as he likely had a misplay. He's not happy with there, but we'll see.
Yeah, doesn't seem to. Yeah, should hopefully get a. There's the Eddie gone.
Oh, key cost down to 5 with Eddie gone, imprinted Murmook out. 2 imprinted Murmooks.
Down to 4.
Key cost down to 4.
Yes.
Oh.
Didn't do that, would have drawn 2 cards.
Wondering what he's referring to there. I'd have to look at his board state, and he played. Continues on. Oh, I see. See, he just did it probably out of a.
There it
Like
is.
with an evil eye. Oh, and that's a good game. All right. Yep. Just played it through. Still a good game. Still a good game there. Audrino definitely had a really strong finish. Audrino really had a really strong finish there with that untamed double imprinted Murmook coming out. So good.
Mike saying the 2 cards that he drew wouldn't have made any difference anyway.
Cool. So no misplay at the end of the day there at all. That where Mike is your teammate for Worlds of Halves, him and Blake. Oh yeah, that's a great setup. Did Archons, a very international Keyforge team, which is quite an awesome setup.
So we've seen a couple of top games. Let's see if we can find somebody that we've not spied on so far.
Yeah.
I think we've probably covered most people by now.
And most of these people who are still in, I think we've seen at some point.
So let us go for.
Well, actually, my practice partner, Asher, Hyper946, is 2-2 now. That's good.
And I've
Which one are we jumping into here?
It's finished, so not that one. One I just joined is just finished. Let's go with this one. Let's see what state we've got here. Nope, that's also finished. They're just chatting away. Let's see if display name. Nope, also finished. It's around about the right time for it.
Let's say, good news for getting the round wrapped up.
So in that case, I'll have a look at challenge. Finally on stream as it finished. Sorry, maybe we'll get you next time. Right, so let's refresh the challenge page. Unless you want to find one for us. So according to this, there's still quite a few games yet to report.
Refreshing here.
Got Vandos and Hexlight. Let's have a look at that one. Yep, they're still going. Two keys to one, with quite a reasonably balanced amber count between the two. What have we got here? We've got Logos, Saurian, Star Alliance, Shadows, Star Alliance Untamed. I think we've seen both of these at some point this evening.
Yes, indeed. Popular combinations. Looking at the lists, especially these Saurian lists, you hear a lot about Tribute, Six Emperor Tyrannus being really strong, but it takes a lot for that combo to occur in a deck that's still good enough to deliver the win, you know? That takes, 4 parts? It's Tribute, Six Emperor, then you have to have a friendly creature on the board that's the most powerful. So it takes a lot, and I think just seeing the deck list, it's certainly present because it's still very powerful, but some people are having a deck list they're bringing that don't quite have that.
Just being distracted by Vandos saying that they've had too much to drink during their long break. Seems to have impaired their keyboard playing.
Yes, I was scrolling up earlier, and Vandos was confused about something. They're saying, maybe my beer was too strong. That's why I'm not understanding the state. That's me. I need to link up. My account with Gravatar so I can get that sweet Call of Discovery compass next to my name there.
Yeah, so one of the things I've been working on a stream recently is a big refactor of the client code to make it a bit more modern and a bit more tidy and all that good stuff, fix some bugs and etc. And once I do that, one of the things at the top of my list is to not necessarily get rid of Gravatar, but remove the reliance on it so that you can just upload your own picture, because Gravatar is a bit of a pain and the synchronization with it doesn't work very well. So yeah, that's one thing I want to improve.
Oh, that's awesome. That's exciting.
And also custom background pictures, because I know other streamers like to have their own backgrounds. So that is also somewhere near the top of the list as well.
Oh, that's great. Get even friendlier to stream on Twitch. That's lovely. Got Hexlight looking to close it out here. Vandos still strong. Like, it could still be anybody's game, depending on what kind of amber control is accessible here. Hexlight has a bit of a Voltron going on here. Their first officer Frame with a Caliphian Ideal, Academy Training, and Light of the Archons. That is a lovely setup. A lovely setup. Our Insarian, got a Trisarian Legionary warding. First officer Frame. Ian Pomp is fighting Spears.
Nashville Bobby is enjoying my crazy Virginia accent.
Yeah,
I'm very much from the UK, which is why my accent sounds nothing like I'm from Virginia.
I was about to say, I was wondering if there was something in the UK called a Virginia accent that I hadn't heard of before. But I am the Virginian between the two of us. Spent about through many years after college, so over a decade, maybe 15 years, I've had to guesstimate. Let's see, Vandos with a question. Did you use the artifact? I discarded it. So I can do everything. I discarded a golden spiral so they didn't have to Sim's office. What Vandos is asking about here. Hexlight not quite at check with that turn.
It is very close. 5 amber to 4.
Actually, no. Technically, Hexlight is at check because of the Caligulating Ideal on the first officer frame.
Ah, yes, of course they can use that amber.
See what Vandos is going for here, picking Star Alliance. They've got a Kirby and an Ali out, which is great. Looking at what options they have for amber control, just enough board control to hit the warded frame. Taunted and warded. It looks like most of it will be in their discard. One Ronnie we haven't seen. Red alert. A bunch of the creatures on the other side of the board, leaving the dinosaurs.
Indeed. Which are probably not the ones you want lying around on the board.
Nashville, Bobby, I wasn't quite raised in Virginia all the time. I was just middle school on, so I just have a kind of middling American dialect on my English. Although I do live in Georgia now, so I pick up idioms, and sometimes I'll drop my G's on INGs here and there. Unnatural Selection blows up first officer frame. All right, so keeping Hexlight off of the victory there.
Seems solid.
Ali looking at the top 3 cards, which it won't matter too much because they'll just draw them all at this point. And Vandos is at check. 9 amber, cost of 6. Hexlight off, so let's see what tricks Hexlight has up their sleeve. They're going straight into Saurian. Straight into Saurian. They do have 2 tributes. Should have a tribute in hand. There's not a tribute in, or there's 1 tribute in their discard pile. They likely have a tribute in hand, which they'll have to use the Exalt option on it, of course.
To do it again. Kind of suck if it was the 1 card that was left, though.
Yeah, that's very true. No, pull it on to Tribune Pompatus, making it... no, okay, here's a Pterodactyl, which is going to be the more likely target. Which that'll pump Pterodactyl up to 22 power with the Tribune Pompatus out. Getting Hexlights up to 8. Cost of 6 of Vandos, just down to 5, so that was just enough amber control to deal with it. Probably deciding what to do with that Tribune Pompatus, because there is a Ronnie left. And Vandos says GG.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound like they have anything to answer that.
Don't quite have the answers to deal with it. Apparently they still have too much to protect in. It must be in their bottom 3 cards, because they had a... Oh, no, there's a Ronnie on the board, so they wouldn't be able to get them off check anyway. There's a Ronnie on the board in the discard pile. Yeah, that is game. Another really close one. A really close one. Seeing a lot of these Worlds Collide con matches where both just high-powered decks, and it's whoever can just keep their amber control tricks safe at the end of the game here tends to be the final test.
Absolutely. Finchmaster asking a very valid question of how many rounds we go. We've got at least 1 more, and then we'll see what the top looks like. All depends whether we have a clear top 2 or not. If we do, we can have a final. If we don't, we will have to think of either having another round or something else.
Doing 2 unreported matches, Faker and Swiper, and Vandos. Oh, we just watched Vandos and Hexlight, so just 1 more match here.
Yep. You're welcome, Arctic Express. Well done. Let us see. Let's get out of there. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Yep, still in progress. 2 keys each. Almost gone to time. Question is, can Viper get the win first?
Looks like we've got 3 4-0s. I'm wondering if 2 people are game 2-1. Okay. Yeah, we've got 3 4-0s. It looks like we've got Aurora, Odra Noel, and then Indo Muerte. 4 3-0s that we've got.
So I'm not 100% sure how Swiss works, but I would assume that if they haven't already played each other, some of the top 3 will play each other next round, and then maybe we'll get a clear top 2.
Yeah, they definitely should. One of them will play a 3-1. If the standings reflect who will play who, it'll be Hagendam Muerte versus J. Philippeg, and then Aurora and Odra Noel. And yeah, we will have a clear winner if J. Philippeg takes down Hagendam Muerte. Then we will have a clear winner in the other match. Otherwise we'll have 2 4-0s after, or 2 5-0s after the next round.
Jupiter is saying Aurora's only given up 1 key. Wow, that's impressive. Esquire's enjoying the stream and enjoying the commentary. Glad you're enjoying it. I'm really happy that Zach has agreed to do it with me, because it would be a lot less entertaining if he wasn't here.
Happy to be here. Thanks for letting me come on. So yeah, thank you, Esquire. It's been fun.
Vandas wants to play the game with the flowers, the BRB game again. You can play the drop game if you like. That's made by the same people. Okay, so that is time on the round.
See, Lita asking, is there a 6th game? I know we're at least doing a 5th round for everybody.
Yes, there is at least one more. Let me fix it.
We should have a single 6-0 after 2 more rounds. Oh, that's the drop game. Oh, that's funny.
If you've not seen it yet, it's much more entertaining when lots of people do it.
That is funny. That is funny.
Looks like Faker there with the concession, and that's the result.
Right.
Wow, Elite Noob just got a 98.55. That's a good score. Alright, so while we wait for them to report that result.
Let's see, Aurora, of course, wow, saying she's only given up 1 key the whole time. That is, look at that for myself here at the key reports. Aurora 0 against Jesterhead, which we watched. 1 was forged against her with DG Jones. 0 when she played Faker in round 2. 0 against when Cyber Inquisitor played her in round 1. Wow, 1 key, 4 rounds, 1 key, and she's 4-0. This is wow. That is impressive. That is showing that deck is fast.
Very impressive.
And It's fast, it's strong, it's a good meta pick, and obviously you've got to pilot it well to pull off something like that. It's bonkers. BG Jones over in Discord saying, I took that key and I'm proud of it. The one key that was forged against Aurora. Deserves some sort of at least temporary title.
For sure, yeah, definitely. It's something to be proud of.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
Right, so let me give this a refresh to see if that has been reported now. And yeah, in case you're wondering, the board the drop game resets after a few seconds of nobody doing it, and then you can drop again. You can only drop one time per round. Fifth, is that how you spell fifth? I think it is. Right, so I'll copy that ready for when I actually do the fifth round games. So we've got the pairings, so they're up.
Awesome.
So let me go ahead and create those games. Refresh the matches. Yep, I got a nice clean list. Create the games. No and no. Start. And send attachments. And then post in Discord to everybody to say that the 5th round pairings are ready.
And it looks like Aurora versus Hagen Del Muerte, and so that would be Leap versus Audra Noel, I believe. Looking for that game.
Yeah, we got Audra Noel and BG Jones.
Oh, it's Audra Noel and BG
Jones. Where was it? I saw it a second ago.
And Mike from United Archons.
Right.
Interesting. I wonder if there's different ways to set up Swiss, and this is just the way Chalan